But for the subject tonight, before there was an Emilio Estefan helping talent cross over from Spanish language music to the English side, and before there was a Robert Rodriguez making movies that had all Hispanic actors in it, which we're very proud of, before there was an Edward James Olmos that taught us to enunciate our names the way they were given to us, and before Hispanic athletes such as Manu were recruited as well as their counterparts. And there are only a few more of these before, so just bear with me. Before salsa outnumbered ketchup in sales, we all know that statistic. And before the United States as a country discovered the power of the Hispanic purchasing power, the sleeping giant, and what the Hispanic community can do and will continue to do, there was one individual here in San Antonio, I said that the way Edward James Olmos would want me to say it, a pioneer, if you will, who saw that the time had come to give Spanish-speaking audiences the news and information in their own native tongue, in our own beautiful native tongue. That pioneer was Emilio Nicolas.
Before turning the microphone over to the honoree, I want to present him with a papal blessing. And it reads, "The Holy Father, John Paul II, cordially imparts the requested apostolic blessings to Emilio Nicolas from the Archdiocese of San Antonio, great businessman, a husband, a father, a grandfather, church and community worker for many years, and invokes an abundance of divine graces." However, when the Holy Father was going to sign this, that's when he took a turn for the worse. Personally, he didn't sign it, but he got his secretary to sign it. So Emilio, congratulations from the Vatican also.
Thank you, Archbishop, for that blessing. You yourself are a great blessing to all of us. I wish to thank the San Antonio Association of Hispanic Journalists for choosing me to receive this year's Lifetime Achievement Award. And I want to congratulate your association for mentoring young journalists, for awarding college scholarships to deserving area students, and for instilling in them a sense of pride in their professionalism and cultural heritage. One of your members, Martita Tijerina, who appeared so effectively in this presentation, put in many years of public of service as public affairs director at Channel 41, and I thank her for nominating me, or so I read in the Express News. I am deeply grateful for the presence of so many dear friends. And I must say, forgive me, I am deeply moved with the presentation that I just saw. And must I tell you that my dear friend Tom Frost was there at the time, and that he is part of our history because he knew the very people that we were associated with in Mexico, and they loved him, and he loved them as well. And we have nothing but fond and wonderful memories of those wonderful Azcárragas. At any rate, I will continue with my speech. I am deeply grateful for the presence of so many dear friends, like my dear president here, John Brazil, who is president of Trinity University, and for my dear friend Ed Whitaker, whom I have a lot of respect and admiration for, and whom you, as you all know, is so important to this city and has done so much for it. And of course to my Archbishop, and to my dear Charlie Kilpatrick, that is being one of the treasures that this town has had the blessing to have for many years. And again, you know, I finalize with Tom, because Tom is a part of the history of Spanish language television, not just in San Antonio, but overall. I am therefore deeply grateful for the presence of so many of you whom I haven't even had a chance to say hello to. Please forgive me. There are too many friends. I'm just overjoyed. I am also very grateful for the presence of my family, with whom these last years in retirement, I could not have been more, wouldn't have had more joy. And of course, I am very pleased to have my two sons, Emilio and Guillermo, and all of my grandsons. And last but not least, because I don't want to get in trouble, my wife, Irma, and I will allow you to stand. I am proud to have played a part in building the first Spanish language television network of the United States, an American network in the Spanish language. Spanish International Communications Corporation, a company that was not very solvent for many years, and then Spanish International Network became the foundation for the development of the Spanish language communications industry in our country. Today, there are 5 Spanish language television networks, hundreds of Spanish language radio stations, dozens of Spanish language publications, and mainstream Hispanic singers, actors, and actresses. But most importantly, our network opened the doors for millions of Hispanics across the nation. It gave them a voice and a sense of belonging, without which their incredible progress, as we see it today across the country, would have lagged behind. This is what we work for at Spanish International Communications and Spanish International Network, and this is why I feel a wonderful sense of pride. Thank you again for this honor, and God bless all of you.